What's going on, everybody? This is Daniel again here with Riley Performance, and I'm back again with another video. Now, today we're going to be doing a part 2 on the body type we did last week. I did a ectomorph body type breakdown, so if you haven't already, go ahead and check that video out. I'll leave a link in the description box below, so make sure you watch that video. And again, if this is your first time on this channel, make sure you subscribe down below, show your boys some love, leave a comment, leave a like. Let's get this channel growing. And again, I just want to recap on a couple of things I said last week. This is going to be an important video involving Mesomorph, and I just want to say that it's always important to know what body type you are, just so you know the proper training and the proper dieting you need to be on, because like myself, I had some trouble in the past on what type of workout I need to be doing, what type of diet plan I need to be following, and it can get a little irritating when you aren't seeing any progress. So this video is definitely going to help you out. Okay, with all that being said, we're gonna get straight into the breakdown of a mesomorph body type. Now, I have a lot of information here, so I'm gonna be looking at my notes just so I can give you guys all the information I have possible. So the basic breakdown of a mesomorph is somebody who has a high fat to muscle mass ratio, somebody who gains muscle and fat easily, and a person who naturally has an aesthetic athletic frame. Now, with those things being the breakdown of a mesomorph, I'm real quick going to get into the pros of actually being a mesomorph. And one of the top benefits I've actually noticed is you're naturally built for sports. You have a natural aesthetic stature to yourself, so you're better suited for physical sports. Things like baseball, basketball, football, boxing, taking hits. You have a certain mass about yourself. So you're not just some small, person who can't, compete in physical sports. So that's one top benefit I've noticed with being a mesomorph, is you have a natural physical stature to yourself. And another benefit I've noticed is when it comes to muscle gain, we're able to pack on more muscle easier than, let's say, an ectomorph. Remember last week when I told you guys about the ectomorph body type, it was harder for those people to build muscle because they have faster metabolisms. Their muscle mass isn't as dense as yours. But when it comes to mesomorph, like I mentioned before, you have a natural aesthetic stature by yourself. So when it comes to muscle gain, building muscle, it's going to be a lot easier process for you. Okay, so now that we got the pros out the way, we're gonna go straight into the cons. And just as a disclaimer, I don't want you guys to think that the cons are necessarily bad. These are just things that you may want to look out for when it comes to having this particular body type moving forward. So one thing I've noticed that actually is a con to being a mesomorph is, well, I mentioned before that, burning fat would be easier for us. But again, we're able to eat more fat because we can burn it. And if you're anything like myself, you know that you can burn the fat faster, so you tend not to take your nutrition as serious as you should at certain times. So let's say that, you want to go out, with your friends, have a nice meal. You guys want to go out, eat some fast food, go out to a nice restaurant, and you just want to dine out. And now, in your body type, you're able to eat all these foods, the pastries, the desserts, all these pastas and whatnot, but you know that you can burn it off easier. But sometimes we take advantage of that, knowing that we can burn it off by just taking on a lot more calories than we need to. And the last con would be this one kind of goes hand in hand with the last one I just said, would just be monitoring your calories a lot more. You may have to take the precaution to, weigh out your proteins, weigh out your fats, weigh out your carbs, just so you know that you're not eating more than you should, because sometimes we tend to pack on a lot more calories because we know we can burn it off, and it could be a little devious sometimes to look at every little detail, but it definitely is going to help you move forward. So the final point I want to mention to you all is the diet and the training recommended that you should be on. This isn't a one size fits all. I understand that everybody has different body types and different nutrition recommendations, so I'm just going to give you my take on it. So I have my notes here, so I'm going to be looking at that so I can give you guys the best information possible. So when it comes to a mesomorph diet, you want to make sure that you have your lean proteins, of course. You want to cut down on the simple sugars, have more complex carbs, and have more of your healthy fats as well. Now, when it comes to the training, the type of training you need to be, doing, the intensity is always going to be important. So you want to incorporate at least 2 days a week of weight training, and then the rest of the days a week you want to be doing a little bit of cardio, but the intensity has to be up, because again, we gain muscle fast, but we also gain fat fast as well. So we want to make sure that we're at least increasing the intensity to about 2 to 5% each week. So let's say you work out maybe 5 days a week. 2 days out the week, you want to be doing some weight training, and then 3 days out the week, you want to have a little bit of a HIIT cardio day. And that's kind of like how my training goes, where I do my 2 days a week of weight training, and the rest of the days I have a HIIT day. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with weights. It could be like some body weight workouts you guys can do. I'm gonna have a couple of videos, you can check those out. I do a lot of high intensity home workouts. So if you want to look at those, recommendations on those, just make sure you click on that video. Okay, so that was a conclusion on our Mesomorph breakdown. We went over body type, we went over the pros and the cons, we went over the diet plans and the weight training plans. So make sure you guys incorporate that into your plan. I hope this video has helped you out. I'll be doing a part 3, so stay tuned for that video. And again, make sure you comment down below what you think. Like the video, show me some love, subscribe down below. And let's get involved. I want to see, your results. I want to see how this is helping out for you all. And let's get this channel growing. Let's go.